Hello and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun, Joya, the man from Pasig City, from Life Coach Philippines, and this coaching for workforce management. And this coaching conversation are for people managers who are wanting to build an inspired and motivated workplace. And my mission is to be able to help the workplace create a mentally fit working environment so that the workforce can continue to be inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilling work. And thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints in the comment section below. And let us know where you're coming from. Today it's a Monday morning. Please do tag your friends and let's help more people in the digital space have have them join in, have them hop in here. And for those people who you feel and might need of what I will be sharing with you this morning, please do tag them in there. Let's have them join the session. You may also give a shout out to people you want to greet and also you want to reach out. Give them some inspiring message for this Monday. It's the start of the week. It's the start of the day. It's something that I always look forward to. It's something a week, a day is always a good opportunity for you to be better, to do something better, to experiment. To do something great, to do something different every single day. If you're watching this on a replay, please do comment #replay. I'm streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. If you are new to the platform, please like, follow, and share this video so we can bless more people. If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're seeing me, if this is the first time you're seeing this face, I am a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach. And I'm also a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. I've worked in the corporate world for more than 14 years now. Yeah, it's been 14 years in my career in the corporate world. Most of my tenure is in the call center industry. I've been in workforce management, and currently I'm a workforce management consultant for one of the biggest IT and a consulting company in the world. And for most of my life, it's really with workforce management. That's what I do in call center operations. I help them with call center operations. I help them ensure that they're putting the right place at the right time, doing the right things. So that is what workforce management is. I've been married for 19 years, have two kids who are age 19 and 16, and they're teenagers now. And my wife is also a certified life coach, and she does coaching Think Talk every Monday at 4 p.m. So tune in if you're looking for a relationship conversations. She's going to be up later at 4 p.m. Manila time. So that is something that we do. Today, I'm going to talk to you about feelings at work. Yeah, feelings at work. Managing trauma and burnout in the workplace. Why are we talking about trauma and trauma is specifically like burnout? Yeah, we're used to that in the workplace, right? I've experienced three times that I can remember. I think it's more, but the most relevant that I can think of is three times. Three times I got burnout in the workplace. Not a good thing. I don't really recommend that you would do that as well if you can do something about it right now. And that's the reason why I'm teaching you so you won't come into a space of burnout and you will finally start working on that. Finally start taking care of yourself. Finally putting the time and the effort for you to manage and for you to be able to do better, to be better and all that you do. All right. So last October, just giving you a background, last October, I've been investing in Trauma a Masterclass by Master Coach A. And did you know that the life we live in, the life we're living in a culture of trauma. And in fact, it's a culture built in trauma. Like all of us, 100% of us experience trauma. And with COVID 19, during COVID 19, we've been in this pandemic for the last 2 years. CNN said that drug overdose deaths in 2020 hit the highest number ever recorded. And CDC, this is from the CDC, the Center for Disease and Control, based on their data, imagine the highest drug overdose deaths in 2020. And chronic pain can be burdensome. Isolation during the pandemic can make it worse based on the Washington Post. So during this pandemic, if you notice, a lot of people have isolated themselves and needed to go to the at home, work at home, and they're not able to go out because of the pandemic. And the sharp rise in drug overdose deaths seen during the first few months of epidemic is seen, and also in the US, every state has reported an increase in overdoses during the pandemic. So these are a lot of different things that happened during the pandemic, right? Especially when we were forced to stay at home to avoid, getting COVID-19, getting that having that experience of COVID-19. And the truth about trauma is it affects our innermost sensation and our relationship or our physical reality, which is the core of who we are. And why am I sharing with you all of these things, right? In the workplace, because of the shift, and not a lot of people have still or are able to adapt to the new normal. People are still struggling with the new normal. I heard people in the workplace who are wanting to go back at work, but because of the limitations, because of the certain challenges that we would experience, it's not going to be good for them to go back to the workplace. And it's a challenge right now. And these experiences and trauma is a result in the fundamental reorganization of the way our mind works, the way that our brain perceives things, the way that we see the world, the way that we see things, the way that we're interacting with other people, and it changes the way how we think and what we think about. So think about the time in which we are in pre-pandemic, post pre-pandemic. During the time that we are in the pandemic days, we are still okay, right? We're able to do the things that we want. We're able to go out. We're able to maneuver. We're able to navigate our life, and so on and so forth. But because of the pandemic, we were limited to such as just staying at home. Even food ordering is already done online, and it's something that is a challenge for a lot still. And you might think that in the last more than 2 years that we're able to cope up with it, but in reality is we're not, because trauma changes the way that our capacity is in thinking. For example, when you feel angry, when you feel irritated, where you feel impatient to someone or something, it can be triggering your trauma. And trauma is a real thing. It's not just what's in your head. Trauma is real. I am not accepted. I have some traumas as well, and I'm working with that with my coach, helping me to navigate through it, because it triggers me, especially in the workplace. It triggers me with some conversations, with some situations, with some problems that they have, and it's something that you continuously need to work through. And people can experience it in different ways. Like my experience of trauma is different with yours, and vice versa, and other people, and my parents, and what have you. And even without the physical or the verbal contact, trauma can happen. It can happen because it's a result that it is an involved, and it's an experience that you have from your personal interpretation and perception. And apologies for the noise outside. Yeah, trauma involves a person's interpretation and perception of the event that they have, and this can be an overwhelming feeling of the person, causing them not to or to experience undesired physical response, experience a belief that they have, thought, emotions, which is seen, heard, felt in our body and also in our mind. And during an event, we might feel danger. That is what we feel when we experience trauma. And we feel frightened. We might experience some harm. We might experience some life-threatening event. And these are emotions or beliefs that we have, that we either interpret by being good, by being bad, by being negative, by being positive in every single way. And people are living in constant turmoil because of this pandemic. You know, the workforce has been traumatized, if you think about it. You have some people who's grieving because they have family members who they lost. They have some, friends that they talked to yesterday and today they're gone. And they have some loved ones who died in the process. And there's a consistent thinking of worry about other people, worry about their loved one, worry about their kids, worry about their parents, that they might encounter, you know, the virus. And the old ways of running a business and the old ways of running the team, for this matter, is no longer serving the individual's purpose. It's no longer doing that. It is something that's a challenge right now, and we've seen that. And before I continue on, I would just like to acknowledge Coach Candy, thank you for joining. And Coach Lynn, maraming salamat. And we have also someone from the YouTube, Jennifer. Thank you very much for joining. And that is what are happening right now with trauma and also with the pandemic. And as leaders, if you are a people leader, if you're a business leader, we must start to continue to develop close connections with our people. That is what I've noticed, and that is really what we need right now to make that change. And we must recognize that people are in constant need to know the truth. That's why people are taking a look at social media, taking a look at news. Sometimes you receive fake news that is not true. And this is where, as a leader, we need to start educating people. We need to start telling people, the truth that would allow them to be able to make the right decision. And there is a need for people to have a deeper understanding of what they know and what they don't know, what it's good news and what it's bad news. At times people would feel that how the social media is depicting bad news might be not bad after all, because everything is about perspective and everything is about perception. We have it to ourselves, and we've seen it to ourselves, that at the end of the day, the way that we're digesting information, the way that we're processing information, either would allow us to thrive at work or would allow us to be burned out living at work. Especially with the rise of Zoom meetings, team meetings, constantly being in meetings, constantly, transitioning between one meeting to another and another, meeting without even the time for you to make a breather, have a breather, rest for that matter. It can be draining to the brain to transition between different topics. And it's causing stress to the brain, and it's not allowing us to slow down before we can speed up. And I've seen people, not being able to even admit that they're burnout. Then what are the causes of burnout? If you are dragging yourself every day just coming to work, if you're coming in today because you came in yesterday, if you're coming in because you need to, that is already a sign of burnout. And there are some situations and conversation where you would feel and think about these people as how are they currently experiencing it. And it's unfortunate that burnout causes people to make bad judgment. Burnout causes people to make bad decisions. Burnout causes people to not think clearly. And this affects a lot of businesses and a lot of relationship altogether. Yes, Coach Lin, mga walang katapusang meeting. I've experienced that time and again. And as leaders, we must start to talk about the feelings at work. We must start talking about the feelings of the individuals at work, to finally start pausing and taking a time to stop and asking someone how they feel. Like, where are they at today? Or how was their weekend? Or how was their sleep? When was the last time that we asked this as leaders? Because this allows people to lighten up, to open the door for sharing, to open the circumstance for sharing, and to be able to share and explain their emotions so that we can help them process their thoughts, and we can help them respond in ways that are constructive. So what do we need to do to start empowering our people to express more so they can feel supported more? Because at times we get to be succumbed on the performance level, on the compliance level, on the conformance level, that we forget that people are human. And as human beings, we need to continuously engage with them, connect with them. So I'm going to share you 3 tips that you can start utilizing today. The first tip is, if you want to help the workplace or empowering the individuals for them to express more, to be more human, and for them to be able to be more productive, is to, one, make them feel they are part of a community, or what I call gamily. They feel that what they're doing is something moving towards a shared purpose. That they feel they're doing something much bigger than themselves. That they don't feel that the things that they're doing every day is just monotonous, that they would rather just quit and not, move to another company. Let's help them. Let's guide them so that they can start hearing themselves and they could start processing the thoughts that they have so that they can make the right decision. And being part of a community, being part of a family or a family makes the work that they do more and more productive and also inspiring. Number two tip is move from worrying less about their productivity and move for or to positive feedback. Less of the productivity, more of positive feedback. Give them some feedback. Coach and facilitate the process of allowing them to find something to celebrate, because they can get too focused towards the negativities. They can get too focused towards their boss scolding them for not being able to explain things. Maybe there's a late report that they committed but they're not able to say no because they were pressured to do as much. And these are the things that as leaders we need to start helping individuals to empower them to start expressing. And we must take a look at the employees at work as a whole, as a whole person, rather than just the work they do. Because of the deliverables that we have, the business needs that we have, we lose sight of that there's a human being in there that needs attention, that needs help, that needs support. And number three is to make employees feel that their leaders, you, really care for them and really care for the whole space. And how do you do this? Well, people wants to feel that there's an authentic connection. People wants to feel that they feel significant, that they're doing something meaningful, that they're doing something productive, that they're doing something that they feel that, hey, I'm doing something that allows people to change. I'm doing something that allows this business to thrive. I'm doing something that helps individuals become better. More than before, this is something that we constantly need to do. And this pandemic has changed the way people see how they are cared for. When companies are really true to what their corporate social responsibility is, this shows that the conversations that we have, the actions that they have, employee feels that they're safe, secured, that the company is really being truly human and they're really caring for people. Like, when was the last time that you taking a look at the corporate social responsibility of the company that you're working for? And is that corporate social responsibility really aligns or really, implemented at work? Do you feel it? Do you see it? It is something that's being discussed consistently. During and after this pandemic, as leaders, we must continue to recognize what the people are going through. We cannot just stay, you know, we cannot just say that things are done already. That's already in the past that we need to forget it. No, because trauma is something that will take time to heal. Burnout is something that will take time to recover. And we must start to make a mind shift not to compare ourselves with other people, because people would think that, hey, I experienced burnout as well, or traumatic experience, and I was able to cope up with it in a short amount of time. And that is not true. Different people have different ways of seeing things, different people have different ways of processing things, and we are different in our own little way. And that's what makes employees feel heard, when they feel that they're individualized, that they're not being compared with others. Because we must make a commitment to make a positive difference, and it starts with us as individuals and as leaders. We must remind ourselves that we need to continuously be human every day. And being human every day means being able to connect with others, being able to provide empathy and compassion to the other people. Being truly human is about starting with us as leaders, for us to think and act like humans. And being human means being able to connect with other, relate to other, being able to take a break, being able to spend time having meaningful conversations, being able to focus on the needs of others, you know, and also prioritizing their needs as such. Because we cannot say something, one thing, and we'll do something otherwise. That is not what is needed today. What is needed today is for us to be able to show to our employees what they need to do, because we are leaders. We are ahead of them. They will follow us. And the more that we're able to change that, shift that in perspective, and finally spend time to pause and appreciate the people and the things that they do, it makes these challenging times far, far easier to work on. If your employees in the season of their life in which their productivity is getting low, and they feel that you feel that their performance is being affected and they lack the focus, I would like to invite you to join me in a coaching program. This is great for individuals if they are finding lacking the direction that they need to do, if they want to really start understanding what's really important to them, if they want to start really taking a look at what's valuable to them. I would like to invite you to, take advantage of this coaching program. This is called the Silver Lining Coaching Program. And this program will allow your team to finally get clear and identify the goals that keeps them inspired, the goal that keeps them motivated. It also helps them to plan out intentionally what their actions are, what their actions would be, and they would able to help them identify the obstacles that might be sabotaging their success. Maybe there's someone who wants to create a change in the workplace, but because of the lot of these different things at work, they're not able to do so. And also create action plans for them to start implementing it in an effective and efficient way. Plus, after this program, they will also have a list of things that they want to do in life and in their work that brings them joy, spark, and hope for becoming a better person. And if you feel that this is something that would help the workplace, I would like to invite you to join me in the program. Just contact me through 0917-569-4200. We can start conducting this in your workplace, or maybe during the times that you're off at work and have some different interaction. Let's book a strategy session that may help you with that. And remember, action makes progress. If you want to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life, the first step is for us to be able to help someone or the people in your space, but just taking the first step and will help you as we progress. All right. So as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as our organization of professional certified life coaches. If you're that to be a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and still missing out the perks of we are enjoying, today is the best time to take action. Connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-569 586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. And what you will get out of this is you will get to enjoy the 5% food and beverage discount at Decop Coffee Republic. You will get a full access to the Mental Model Masterclass of Master Coach A, happening every fourth Saturday of the month. But for this month, because of December, it's a holiday season, it's going to be a third Saturday of the month. Plus, you will get a benefit of a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaching team from Life Coach Philippines. And do save the date. This is going to be coming this December 18th on a Saturday at 7 p.m. for our next mental model masterclass with Master Coach A. We'll teach about reinvention mental model masterclass and learn how to find success in opportunities that allow us to reinvent yourself by using ideas that works, or don't work into something meaningful. Instead of you throwing away that idea, utilize that. Don't kill that idea. Keep that ideas, experiment, and create other ways for you to integrate the old with the new, and discover how this masterclass will help you change the way you see the future and finally make things happen. So for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Russell through 0917-586-1661. Also, if you are someone who wants to embark on a journey of becoming a certified life coach like me, Master Coach A is now offering Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a CPD accredited course or certification program with 40 CPD units. And CPD is all about learning new things or refreshing your knowledge by doing new things, which makes the CACC Life Coach Certification Program the perfect tack for continuing professional development. And life coaching is the 21st century learning experience, empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, thereby increasing their relevance in their increasingly complex workplace. And the CACC course includes 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And the program comes with many other bonuses. So please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right. So this is my last episode for the year. We'll see you again next year as we continue on and serving you. Do join us another episode of Coaching Conversation later with Coach Marife at 2 p.m. and for coaching for fitness and nutrition, and Coach Team, my better half, for coaching for a relationship at 4 p.m. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun De Hoya from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us from the Philippines. Lab bam boom, lab bam boom, lab bam boom. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.